Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Inherited Healing. Last week we talked about people pleasing, and today we're going to take it a step further and talk about finding your voice, dealing with bullies, and forgiveness. And to start us off, we are going to listen to the beautiful Auntie Veronica. How you doing?
I'm fine, and yourself?
I'm good. Let us know why you chose this topic.
I chose this topic just because it's like so much needs to be said and so much needs to be touched on these bases because so much has happened. And I'm quite sure that once we start speaking on it, a lot of people will understand and have that same feeling about forgiveness and um, basically bullying and finding your voice. So yeah, I just felt like I felt it in my heart that I need to speak on all that because, like I said, with the things that's going on in our life.
Mm-hmm.
It touches each and every one of those subjects.
I
So
agree
that's
with you.
so that's why I chose that.
I'm
So,
excited. Oh, sorry.
oh no, go ahead.
You guys, please forgive me. I have ADHD, so I will tend my brain goes faster than it should, and my mouth just automatically follows. So if you hear my aunt like snap at me, it's okay. She loves me, you guys. It's just sometimes I need to. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But I posted a video earlier about finding my voice, taking my voice back. So when you told me about this topic, I thought it was very perfect fitting, like as you said, for the current situation. And I am going to sit back and let you take it away.
Guys, I won't snap at her. She know I won't. I just look at her. I won't snap at her. I just look at her. So I don't have to say anything. But but yes, we're gonna go ahead and start it off with what I'm gonna start by saying I'm glad that my niece found her voice and is still finding her voice. Because she has been silent for so long. And so now is the time for it to come out, which I'm very proud of that.
Thank
And with
you.
finding her voice, it's like a lot of stuff stops. It'll go with well, put it this way. People bully people when they don't realize that they're bullying people.
Mhm.
Sometimes they do realize it and sometimes they don't. Bullying not is not just from people that you don't know. Sometimes bullying come from your own family
Mhm.
and your own friends. And which I never thought that was cool to be bullied anyway. So, with that being said, that goes hand in hand with the forgiveness as well. So when you got someone who actually kind of try to bully, manipulate, and try to take you in a whole different direction, you can't do nothing but pray about it. And you're not asking for forgiveness for them. You're actually asking for forgiveness for yourself. You
Mhm.
know, it's like it helps you more than it helps them. Even if you don't never tell them or you never see them or tell them, or even if you even told them and they just look at you like you're crazy.
Mhm.
That forgiveness is for you to help you out. You don't care what they think because you're moving on. You're moving forward with your life. And it's so crazy. I just wrote a poem about forgiveness, you know, um, and moving on. And some people just don't understand that when you act a certain way towards people or you say certain things, that's hurtful. It can be very hurtful to that person. But that person may not show it and they may not say nothing, but eventually you'll find out that it did later on because when that person shy away from you, then you be wondering why, what happened.
Mhm.
And so that means that person had moved on, have forgiven you for whatever you've done, and just decided that they're not just going to tolerate it anymore. You know, sometimes people got to realize enough is enough. You don't have to keep going on and on and on and on and on. I mean, people get tired, especially when you got someone that's constantly trying to bully you.
Mhm.
And if you have spoken on it time and time again, and they don't seem to get it, then your actions speak louder than words. See, with me, um, my love language is acts of service anyway. So I don't have to do too much talking. I just do whatever I need to do and be done. And plus, I don't like to do all that talking because it's like it's just a waste of breath and energy. Because if you're talking to somebody about something, especially if it's something that um they have done or doing, and it goes in one ear and not the other, why keep wasting your breath talking to that person?
Mhm.
It doesn't make any sense. So I mean, I avoid that at all costs. I just won't say anything. My silence says it all. And then after a while, I just be gone because that's just too much energy wasted on repeating the same thing over and over and over again. And I don't like to keep repeating myself like that. Especially I'm speaking of the same subject to the same person. So no, no, it's like when we spoke before, when we talked about boundaries on in our last episode too, as well. That's what a lot of people don't know what boundaries are. They really don't. So, but it's like when you find your voice, especially after you have been shut down for so long of not having a voice to say anything, and when it comes out, people either say that she has an attitude
Mhm.
or she don't know what she's talking about. She's crazy.
Mhm.
Every excuse will come up as far as when a person finally found their voice. But you can't let other people dictate who you are and how you live your life. You can never do that.
And I was thinking too, a lot of the times I find that people use bullying as some type of power play.
Mhm.
And when you constantly come back and you try to make amends and you may beg for forgiveness, you may try to just explain yourself until you're blue in the face. And for them, it's entertainment. Because look,
Mhm.
I got this person out of character. I'm in their mind. I have them feeling self-conscious. And so now they feel powerful. And that's another reason why forgiveness is more beneficial for you because it frees your soul. It helps you to have a calm mind, to not
Mhm.
ruminate on
Mhm.
things that don't deserve your energy. And also, people, unfortunately, and I'm learning this now, there are individuals in this world who find it their purpose in life to just get under other people's skin. If they get off on it, it's
Mhm.
enjoyable for them. And when you're
Mhm.
someone who doesn't operate in that dark place, it can seem like so peculiar to you because it really is. But for them, it's normal. It's how they feel confident.
Right. Right.
And so to continuously beg someone to stop something that, please understand, they know that it's wrong because they wouldn't like it
Mhm.
if it was done to them. But they just don't value you as a person, and
Right.
you're more of a game to them.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
found that a lot when I was in school for sure. Anybody I've been bullied by, I found that it was always entertainment for them because when I didn't care and I didn't react to it, they would suddenly want to be friends and laugh. I'm like, oh girl, no matter what I do, I can't get under your skin. And it will always confuse me
Mhm.
because I don't know you and we were just meeting each other and your automatic thought was to bother me. That's
Mhm.
weird. Like you're weird, I'm not the weird one. But then there were times when it would get under my skin, like the instance with the staircase at my school. They got under my skin because these are people I thought were friends, not realizing that they were around me for the sole purpose of trying to set me up, trying to hurt me. And so I feel like it's best to disassociate from people like that
Mhm.
and really focus on your heart, on your mind, and really gaining an understanding of your triggers because people can't get under your skin if you know already what bothers you.
Right.
And I think that's one of the best things I've learned throughout life. I'm still have to find time to remind myself of this because it's very easy for me to go back to like get out of my face, blah, blah, blah," like want to punch people and stuff. But
Right.
it's not worth it because me and they really don't care, and you're just losing your peace for nothing.
Yes. And that's one thing you wanna do. You wanna keep your peace at all costs. I was like, "You're more important than them." I put it that way because of the simple fact, if they don't have a life, then that's them. But as long
Mhm.
as you know where you wanna be, you know where your peace at. And sometimes with all the bullying stuff comes with jealousy. They
Yes.
could just be straight jealous of you. They either wanna be like you or don't or like what you do or like the things you do or I mean, it could be anything, but one thing about it, it's definitely some part of jealousy somewhere down that line. That's in order for
Mhm.
them to bully you, to make themselves feel good or either make their I mean, they try to destroy another person because their life is destroyed.
Mhm.
That's what it is. That's what it really boils down to, their life. Um, and when I think it comes from when it bullying and jealousy, I think it actually comes from childhood.
Yes. Most
A
of the
lot of
time it does.
yeah, a lot of childhood drama. Uh, so when it's like that, when you go, when you're being bullied, it's like you got to know how to like block a lot of stuff out your mind or block them out your mind. Put it that way,
Mhm.
as well as it's like especially when you get older. You don't necessarily have to do anything you don't want to, especially when you're older. And when it comes out to a person trying to bully you, that's when you stand your ground and you open your mouth. You have a voice now. Well, you had a voice when you was in school, but because you were still developing, so you really didn't know.
Mhm.
But now you're developed as a person, you know wrong for right. And when people bully, they know it's wrong. And that's just like them coming up to you and somebody just coming up to you and just smack you. They know they was wrong for that, but they just did it because that's part of it. They bully. But it's like, personally, I think people need to really take a hard look at themselves. Whatever they went through in their life,
Mhm.
they should not reflect it on someone else. They need to really, and I always tell people, you need counseling.
Yes.
Eh, it's nothing wrong with having counseling or going to see a counselor, but if you got a lot of trauma from growing up or the way things were in your life, you need to be laying on somebody's sofa getting it out
Mhm.
because trying to get it out on other people is gonna only thing it's gonna cost you is a lot bit more pain and possibly get hurt behind it
Yes.
because you never know what that next person going through in their life while you up there trying to reflect on them. So I think it's best that they get help. A person needs to get help because that's not cool to do that. And then I think once they sit down and they actually talk to someone about it, then they'll want to come back and ask for forgiveness.
Mhm.
You know, because right now people take people for granted, and that's not cool. That's not cool if you take another person for granted because you know how they are, you know their weakness. I said one thing I learned about myself: I don't allow no one to know what my weaknesses are. I really don't. I don't let it show. And definitely not gonna tell them.
Mhm.
I'm gonna always power through whatever's going on, but you will not know my weakness because people would take your weakness and they would take advantage of that. No,
Every
I'm not
single
gonna give it
time.
that opportunity. I mean, they may know one, and that's the love for my daughters. But it's like you don't want to cross that line at all.
Mm-mm. You'll be in a pine box.
Yeah.
Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it.
But any other my other weakness, no one never know. But all in all, guys, bottom line, just don't bully no one. Keep your voice, have your voice, say what you need to say. Don't be a bully, and forgive. Always forgive, even if it's just for yourself. Just forgive, because forgiveness is key to moving
Mhm.
on.
And if
So
you oh,
go ahead.
I did it again. But if I would also like to add that therapy, like my auntie was saying, is very useful. However, if you enter therapy, make sure that you're not only going so that you can vent, so that you're also ready to receive whatever
Mhm.
um, your therapist may be able to see in you because they listen to what you say and
Mhm.
they'll be able to tell you where you went wrong as well. So make sure when you go to therapy that you don't just go there to prove what everybody else is doing wrong, but that you also go there to heal the broken parts of you that might
Right.
have in other instances created problems for you. So
Right.
do that, and then if you're somebody like myself who's more soft-spoken, more like sweet, and just don't want to cause problems, um, make sure to hold on to your voice, especially if you're younger. Make sure that you understand boundaries at a young age. And if you're like me and you're older, like I'm 36, figure out how to say what you need to say without being rude. Figure out how
Right.
to assert yourself and figure out how to also forgive yourself for whatever shame and pain that may be living inside of
Mhm.
you so that you can
Mhm.
heal, move forward, and continue to grow in life.
Yes, and just to piggyback off that, when you do go to a therapist, please be honest. Be honest with them
Mhm.
and be honest with yourself. Because if you're gonna go in there and just talking and thinking that you say something that they want to hear, they could care less. Because of the simple
Mhm.
fact they coming to help you. You're not coming to help them. They trying to help you through all your trauma that you're going through. So go in there with an open mind or open heart and be honest. So, guys, with that being said, we are going to call it a day.
Right.
Yes, we really appreciate you guys for tuning in with us, and this podcast is going to be going on for quite some time because
Mhm.
I think it to me is going to heal not just us, but there's others out there listening that it will help heal too.
Yes.
So until next time, this is Veronica, and
Emerald.
we signing out. Love you guys.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.